I knew I needed to go to college, not because it was a dream of mine, more so a dream for my parents. Don't get me wrong, college has been a whirlwind of fun and emotions, but it was never my plan to be here. I'm not a fan of school as much as I'm good at it, and being a child of immigrant parents who only had a high school education and dropped everything to move to a new country, I had to show them that they didn't make a mistake raising me. I needed to provide for my family as they had provided for me, and that weight on my back was something to push me through, but also hold me down mentally. My Sister versus Me, College Edition. My sister was a first generation college student attending Cal State San Marcos, a commuter college from my hometown. She never wanted to attend college as well. Like me, she only attended because it was my family's dream, not hers. Even when in college, my parents controlled what her career would revolve around and never got to choose ultimately what she wanted to graduate with.
I guess just the same. There's obviously the big part is my parents didn't get it. So they didn't understand the process of what it was doing a community to a 4 year and what it took to actually apply, and you had to do your SAT scores and how much it actually costs and what financial aid actually means. And they just expected it to be easy or know that it was easy because I knew how to speak English and they didn't. I don't know. I think that's just the biggest one, that the expectation that because you know English and because you're going to school here that you should know everything. At least that's what my dad always thought. And he assumed that it was just easy to apply and be able to get financial aid or be able to get books right away, because didn't understand the process that you had to go through.
Studies show that almost 60% of growth in universities have been US born children of immigrants or immigrant students. With this growth, it has been the pressure of many to succeed. Compare this to me. I had the help of my sister providing with me with the resources she found on her own. I can even go further and talk about the moment I got into all the colleges I applied to. She was wondering why I was crying. She knew it wasn't tears of joy, but fear. She asked what's wrong, and I told her, Dad isn't gonna let me go. Do you know that? A lot about because I'm like comparing like you going to college versus me going to college and like the different like you obviously you're being your first gen, so like you had it way harder than I did. I talked about for me, since I applied to so many colleges and I got into so many of them, and like you remember that I like got into state at your like when we were at your apartment, and like I was crying and you were like asking me why, and I was like because my dad's not gonna let me go. Um, do you want to talk about like that and like how you were feeling? I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know. I think you've always been better at school than I am. I, again, never liked school. I learned Spanish first. English was not my first language, so school was always a lot harder for me, which is maybe why I didn't want to go to school, or maybe why I didn't enjoy it. I don't know. I guess it was just, if I felt proud because you were good at something that I wasn't good at. And to know that you were able to apply to all of these schools and get in, it made me very happy. And again, you've always been better at school than I have. So of course I was proud of you. Of course I was happy that you got into all of these colleges and all of these colleges wanted you, because I know that you want it and I know that you want to have a better life. And I don't know, it's always, it's been easier for you. School's always been easier for you than it has for me. And I'm happy in that sense that you didn't have to struggle. And I don't know, I had to take these ESL classes, which were like English first or English second language. Like I had to do all of these classes because I was a Spanish speaker. I wasn't an English speaker. And sometimes it was a bit embarrassing that you were in these classes that other kids weren't in. I don't know, maybe that's one of the reasons why I never liked school.
Chapter 3, Transfer, the Worry of Success. Being in college away from my parents in a new city, everything felt fresh to me. I was enjoying life, finally living away from my parents, but the burden of needing to succeed was still heavily engraved in my brain. I'm a transfer, and my first year here was not bad at all. I passed all my classes and honestly did really well. Made it on the dean's list both semesters, sending it to my parents. Got promoted in my new job while getting recognized, and overall the atmosphere I created for myself was fresh and inviting, with so many people I love and cherish very closely. Yet that wasn't enough. Final chapter, Risen. Not even congrats or I'm proud of you, because if I didn't get these qualifications, I wasn't doing enough. Senior year, my last year at state, I feel the stress even more. I have a plan, I've been having a plan since community, but the worry of internships, connections, passing classes while making money to barely maintain myself kept piling on. Yet, I like to believe that these struggles I'm facing, as much as they suck, and I cry almost every day about it. Overall, I'm surrounded by the support that will never end, and my time will come one day where not only do I prove to my parents, but myself, that with enough pressure, you can make a diamond.